Oh, hi, Mother Fathers. Another episode here of Kyle Reacts here on your Tuesday. It is June 17th, 2025, and that means because it's Tuesday, it is time to review and react to NXT and WWE television over on the CW. And what a show it was, and it was dominated by the women tonight. Uh, Fun show to watch and to break down, so let's dive right in. Three things we liked, three things we didn't like. In case you're new to Kyle Reacts, that is how we take care of your reactions. Don't forget, full episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling podcast coming to you this coming Friday. A lot to get into and expand further on with myself and Anthony Alford. But until then, let's talk NXT tonight. First thing I liked, and I went in order, but I kind of grouped everyone together with number two. But number one, just from watching, was Jada Parker. I think she was great. There's a sidebar we'll get to in a minute, but she looked like, I'd say probably out of all four of the one-on-one matches to determine the Fatal 4-Way for next week, she looked maybe like the biggest star out of the group. That being said, second thing, to jump quickly to it, all of the women in those four singles matches looked amazing. Like, this is, they're running the joke, the best women's division in all of pro wrestling. I think they might be right. And now adding, obviously, the artist formerly known as Mariah May. I haven't decided if I'm going to just call her Blake Monroe yet or not, consistently. But, yeah, this division is unbelievable. And you didn't even see Sol Ruka wrestle or, even Tatum Paxley showing some positive things. I mean, it's a very deep division. And you guys kind of saw that firsthand tonight. It was unbelievable. So yeah, the women are great. Couple specific shout outs. Zarya is fantastic. The presentation is great. She looks like a beast, which is good. Lola Vice could be a champion on the main roster right now. I can believe that. She's got the moveset. She's got the look. Just the demeanor. Like, she is. The way I put this is, if you remember Shayna Baszler, and the presentation was, hey, just very cutthroat, obviously a killer. But this is like if she was a supermodel, essentially. That's what it reminds me of, her abilities in the ring, and just the actual fact that she's, a badass. I mean, is crazy. Her ceiling is unbelievably high. I'm looking forward to seeing Lola eventually at the next level and hopefully get a chance to obviously shine when she gets there. And obviously Jordynne Grace too. They both deserve to be in that Fatal 4-Way, but I mean, one had to go in, one couldn't. But I mean, Jordynne Grace, we thought she was already going to be on SmackDown, but they waited a little while longer. We see why now. Maybe she'll move forward with that. I'm going to do the three things I didn't like right now, and then we're going to talk about the last thing that was kind of in the middle for me. But speaking of Jada Parker, she tapped out. And we're in an age now where the referee's decision like that, or lack thereof of a decision, shouldn't be final like that. We live in a world of instant replay, of challenges in sports, and all this stuff. And literally on the screen after the situation, you could see that she tapped out. I thought Jada had a great match. I thought she presented herself well. I thought Thea Hale won the match. Like, everyone did. Like, and that's a problem. And then just to skull and roll over it like it didn't happen is strange. I don't know if that's a theme. Again, I didn't watch NXT religiously over the past, technically now, a few years. So I don't know if that was always Thea's thing. She beat people, but not really, because it didn't count, because no one saw it. That ref should be fired if that's the case, because you're not doing your job. And also not being able to amend the decision or restart the match or anything because she tapped out. But they just all moved on with the show because we have all these other matches to get to. I didn't like that. But that was terrible booking. And the show that was booked fairly well, that was not a good end, not a good finish. Also, Jada Parker is very impressive. She'd come up with a better finishing move too than the Asuka butt punch or the thing Naomi does, like the rear, whatever. Like, you don't have to use your ass for everything. Like, just figure out a move that actually looks cool. If Logan Paul can find a finisher, we can get Jada Parker something cool. Elias, man, go away. Just, he needs to not be on WWE TV anymore. It's cringe. Nobody wants to call him Elijah. Nobody cares. No one's saying along, and this is a crowd that's so small. It's supposed to be intimate, and they're supposed to be connecting with these people. They don't give a shit. I mean, they're over it. His gimmick was tired, unfortunately, in WWE when he was on the main roster, and it's the same thing now in NXT. Maybe it's different in TNA. I don't know, but he doesn't need to be in front of a WWE crowd anymore. I'm sorry. It's time for Elijah. Even though Kevin Owens is rolling over in his grave, that's Elias. But nevertheless, he needs to go away. Third thing I did not like, Trick Williams getting pinned by a random half Mohawk Japanese wrestler. This is the biggest star in your company right now, the biggest star in the promotion. Sorry, Oba. Trick Williams is the biggest star with the best character in your company right now, in your brand. And he's taking pins to a guy that's going to be an afterthought after next week. I don't understand. Not him. Have Wesley take the pin. Have AJ Francis in a match where Wesley and AJ Francis were his tag team partners. Trick Williams took the pin. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a big whoops for me. Last thing on the agenda, obviously, was the contract signing for Blake Monroe, the artist formerly known as Mariah May. I put down actually one of the last things I'd like to, which I didn't get to, but I wanted to tie into this. The Fire Deaf Rebel chants were echoing throughout the NXT arena. It was great. And they deserve to be fired for her theme too. Why does everyone have to say something at the beginning? Find something that just fits the character and play the damn music, whether it has lyrics or not. I don't have to get like a voiceover, 2 seconds, 3 seconds of someone saying something. Role model, or really doesn't need to, whatever the fuck they said with her is something glamour. I don't know. Stop. Just stop. They need to go. I think it's been known for a couple years now that they've outstayed their welcome. I don't care who it is, but someone needs to take that spot. And overall, the presentation of her too, immediately getting put through a fucking table. Some would say, oh, that means they see her as a threat. I look at it as if she's weak. I mean, she bitch slapped the champion, basically did it to her face, and then she got put through a fucking table. And she's not in the eliminator matches. She's not online for whatever. She's apparently so this character is a pop star, essentially. It's a pop diva star. It's a mix of Sabrina Carpenter and Marilyn Monroe or whatever. I don't mind the character. I think that's fine. I think the presentation was a little tough. And again, you have so many people that just want to call her Mariah May, and you have a terrible theme that I didn't like. Again, her overall presentation, the gimmick, I believe. I trust. Now they're going to possibly have a little bit of a Toni Storm thing in there too, but she also pointed to Tony's side that she had too. Nevertheless, tough first night for Blake Monroe. We'll see how things go as they progress moving forward. I imagine she'll be feuding with Fatal Influence for a little while, and who else knows will pop into the equation with all that. But that's going to do it for NXT, of course, tonight on your Tuesday, June 17th. I almost forgot what day it is again. That's 2025. Back tomorrow night for another Kyle Reacts, this time for AEW Dynamite. They're inching closer and closer, of course, to their biggest show of the year, All In, coming up in middle of July. No word yet if we're actually going to watch that show or not, but I feel like we probably should since we've been doing all this work. Nevertheless, I'll catch you guys for the next Kyle Reacts. And again, don't forget as well, give us a follow, like, subscribe here on the YouTube channel, and get ready Friday, of course, the full episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast drops. Until then, and until tomorrow night, I will see you guys later.